Hello there. The latest developments in this Ukrainian crisis. There's been the word out the Polish want to get involved in the battle somehow, but they say they want to go as peacekeepers. Polish government's been very hysterical in English tabloids about this thing. Thing is, will they get the blessing from the NATO? If they screw up, NATO will say, I didn't say you should have gone there. But if they succeed, then it's a publicity stunt. We have defeated the Russians, the evil ones, from advancing to the West. Now democracy is safe. They'll end up saying that in the end. Basically, there's two scenarios. But Putin did state it. Fair enough, if you want to go in Ukraine, because he said they shouldn't take back those parts which used to belong to Poland before the last World War. Fair enough, said Putin, but don't step over that line. Putin did warn him if they continue to send this hardware to Ukraine, heavy stuff, most of it will be confiscated, blown up. And if this scenario in theory happens, in sense of the west of Kiev goes to Poland, the east and south ends up in Russian hands, they have much control of those two areas already away. In the end, Ukraine will remain as a off-ramp country, which the Ursula von der Leyen will have to deal with. Make it join the EC. Sorry about that. Join the EC, a war-torn, corrupt country, and all that stuff. The Russians have been on it again about these so-called labs, secret labs, which the Americans, there's been involvement of the French and Germans, which they knew knowledge about this, which NATO and America have been placed there to do their, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde scientific experiments. There's no issue problems with safety something leaks like what happened in Wuhan. Who gives a shit? And it returns back to the fact, I said, the Russians are bit by bit releasing documents about these so-called biolabs in the Ukraine. They did present this evidence to the UN Emergency Council, but they don't want to hear it. Could be the fact it's the truth. What they say? Who knows? Could be. The fact is, there's even alleged Hugheses. These proceeds from these money-saving biolabs funded the Democratic Party elections of a year or two. That Biden and campaign Hillary Clinton, all those psychopaths of the Democrat Party. Still in America, they are discussing the bill of $40 billion to Ukraine, weapons, aid of God knows what. And there's money for the CIA, money to build industrial plants to make armour and stuff like that. And basically, there are some senators from the Republicans totally outraged. You found money for Ukraine, but what about the problems back home in America? There were loads of problems which you could dealt with that money. And Democrats are so desperate to pass this bill, and afterwards start pouring in money. And I did mention in the other video, the European Union will be giving 15 billion euros to Ukraine to support her economy. Screwed up economy. Corrupt, I should say. Another debt for European taxpayers. And this could be another escalation of money pouring in this country without no control on what precisely is spent on. This is the problem. Like the weapons which they always send in. It gets blown up. The Russians seize it, especially the Javelin missiles. Russia's got a nice big stock of Javelin missiles from NATO and America and all that stuff. All ends up on the black market. This stuff, which there are cases which these other sort of characters do sell these weapons to other factions, black market weapons. The fact, in the end, most likely these poor devils, Ukraine, thought they were fighting for an ideal, and in the end, they got about the backside from Zelensky and their superior officers, which they were banned, and there are stories. And Ukraine military will just run out of steam, run out of everything, and afterwards they have to give up. It's just a question of time when it will happen. But the West are saying Ukraine are winning. With what? With water pistols? We'll see.